Good morning, everybody. Thought we'd just take a couple minutes and take a look at the travel forecast as tomorrow is Friday. For those of you that have a long weekend coming up, Thursday and Friday. So we are in the middle of a short week and one of the busiest travel times of the year. So I thought we'll just take a couple minutes this morning. I'm way ahead of schedule this morning. Coming in, taking a look at all the data and the models coming in early this morning. Got our forecast out there on the airwaves and streaming, and thought we would just take a couple minutes and go over this live, answer any questions. Anybody heading anywhere over Thanksgiving break, be happy to answer any kind of questions for you. So if you guys are out there watching the stream, make sure you guys let me know you're watching. Shoot me a hello in the chatter box. Got my good friend here, 32-ounce cup of coffee, strong coffee this morning. I had to scrape off windshield. Man, it was cold this morning. So what we're going to do this morning, we're just going to take a couple minutes and we're going to go over the forecast for the next couple days. We do have another chance of snowfall that is in our forecast, and so I want to let you guys know about that as well. All right, so let's just dive into this thing. So looks like we got quite a few people on right now. So again, good morning. Subby here at the Weather Center down at the Weather Studio. Been going over quite a bit of data and models this morning, doing some of my own forecasting without the help of computers, using a handy dandy pen and paper. So what we've got this morning, of course, this here, we're looking at the 500 millibar chart. And of course, that's what I look at every morning. This shows us where these storm systems are going to go, how strong and how much forcing that they have to work with. And of course, we have the wind barbs here that you can see. These wind barbs tell us what direction the wind is coming from. And where you see the little flags here is what direction the wind is coming out of. So right now, these winds are actually coming out of, let me jump back over here to my, there we go. Coming out of the west right now. And they're coming at a pretty good clip at 18,000 feet above our heads. So we are going to have those winds switch back out at the south later on this afternoon. Very, very cold this morning, but it's going to warm up nicely and right at 50 degrees and plenty of sunshine this afternoon. So, however, we will have our next weather maker coming in tomorrow. We'll really feel the effects of it on Thanksgiving. And then we might even have a little bit of snow to top it off with on Saturday. So as I put this into motion, right up here is the date stamp. So now we're looking at tomorrow. Notice we've got some southwest winds coming up tomorrow. And then as we go into tomorrow night, we see how those wind barbs start to switch now coming out of the northwest. This is out in front of our next cold front, our next low pressure system that is going to be barreling down on us, bringing us temperatures into the upper 30s for highs on Thanksgiving Day. And then we go into Friday, a little stronger winds. That's kind of a reinforcement of that cold air coming in on Friday. So we will have cold air already in place. And then we get a little disturbance just a little kink in that low pressure system that's going to give us the potential to see some moisture on Saturday. And of course, with cold air already in place, we could be seeing some snow showers on Saturday. And as we move this map into Saturday, you see how this really starts to maximize right across southwest Nebraska, north central Kansas, and into west central Missouri. That is what they call a maximum. And that is going to be pushing right through west central Missouri on Saturday, giving us that chance for some snowfall on Saturday. And then once we get through the first part of next week, we're going to start to have a high pressure system build up on top of us with the cold air in place. What does that mean? That means we're going to have sinking air and we're going to have very cold temperatures. I'm expecting temperatures likely on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday night. Low temperatures to be in the low to mid-teens. And it wouldn't surprise me even if we got a couple of single-digit low temperature readings as we go into the beginning of next week. So very, very cold temperatures. And we get this big ridge. You guys see that big ridge of high pressure sinking air as we go into next weekend. Now, you guys remember what I talked about, a cutoff low. That means a storm system that breaks off of the main jet stream. Not sure exactly where it's going to go. Sometimes they can be strong. Sometimes they can be just a weaker storm system. That's exactly what's going to happen as we go into next weekend. And this could provide a focus for actually a lot of rain and or maybe a little bit of snow to go along with that. So we put this into motion and you see this thing dive south. There's our low pressure system. And it is in a favorable position for us to get rainfall. Right now, we don't know where this storm system is going to go. If it goes a little bit further north, drawing in a little bit more colder air into it, we could have some snow. If it falls just a little bit further south, we could get more rainfall. So that's definitely going to be a storm system going to be keeping a very close eye on as we go into the 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th of December. So we're quite a ways out there. However, I just want to kind of give you guys just kind of a heads up. We still have several storm systems that are going to be moving in here over the next 7 to 10 days. It's going to be kind of a wacky weather pattern. And then after this storm system comes through, we should start warming up nicely. And really the second half of December looks fairly warm. I'm expecting for us to get back up into the mid to upper 60s to almost 70 degrees at some point in that second half of December. But for right now, we are looking at some cold temperatures, possibility of some rain and some snowfall as we go through the holiday week, through the weekend, and into early next week. Now, most of you guys know I'm also part of the emergency management here for Henry County, and we've been working nonstop over the last few days to get our warming shelters set up. We are going to have a warming shelter that is going to be up and running probably Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, maybe. I will have more information on that. We're trying to get everything together, get all the meals together. So we'll definitely have that in place here in Henry County. And if I catch word of other counties doing the same thing, I'll be more than happy to share that information with you guys as well. But it's that time of year, guys. We're talking snow. We're talking cold temperatures. I don't know if I'm quite ready for that yet, but the weather pattern is definitely exciting if you're a weather nerd like myself. So what we've got, I'm going to jump on the chat here in just a moment. Let's take a look at our forecast. These are updated. So let's take a look at our travel forecast first. So tomorrow on Wednesday, we're going to have a 60% chance, likely to go up, to see some showers and sprinkles throughout the day tomorrow. So Wednesday is going to be kind of a gloom and gloom day on Wednesday. The better chance of that rainfall is going to come later on in the afternoon and tomorrow night. We're going for a high of 50 tomorrow, a low of 27 degrees tomorrow night. However, I do think most of the precipitation is going to be out of the area before we get down into those temperatures into the upper 20s. So Thanksgiving, it's going to be a little crisp, 39 degrees for the high, but we are going to be seeing some sunshine on Turkey Day, so not expecting any travel problems at all. And of course, Thursday night, we start seeing those temperatures drop down to around 20 degrees overnight on Thanksgiving night, and then 39 degrees again on Friday under sunny skies, and a low of 25 on Friday night into Saturday morning. Then we start to see that sinking air, that high pressure system off to our west. It's going to cloud us up on Saturday, give us that potential for snowfall and colder temperatures coming in for Saturday. So for Saturday, for you snow lovers out there, I have updated our excitement meter. So let's take a look at that. So we pretty much ruled out the chance for any snow over Thanksgiving on Thursday. Now this is Saturday. Now we have an overall Saturday score of 3, meaning that it's on the upper end of subtle hope for maybe seeing some snow showers on Saturday. And the way that I do this is I take the 6 big things that I look for in a snowstorm. You take a look, is it a favorable pattern for us to receive snow? Is it favorable temperatures? Are we going to have temperatures where it can produce snow? Is it a favorable track for us to get snow? Is there enough moisture in the system to produce snow? Is it a typical time of year that we expect to see some snowfall? And how big is the storm system? Is it strong enough to be able to produce snow? And I give it a rating from -3 up to a +2. And then we have your legend on the right-hand side from how many points we get. If it's from 1 to 3 points, subtle hope. 4 to 6, optimism. 7 to 9, you need to be excited if you're a snow lover. And then, of course, 10 through 13, it's party time. So it's just kind of a fun thing that we do, kind of put things in perspective of what we can expect. I thought this was kind of a cool thing we can do. And, of course, down at the lower right-hand side, I have issued our very first PSP for the year. So, Alan, I know you are going to be excited. PSP is Pastor Snow Day Probability. Now, TSP, Teacher Snow Day Probability, is still at 0 because school's going to be out because of the holiday, so there's no chance for a teacher snow day. But for Sunday, a pastor snow day probability, there is a 10% chance that you would have a pastor snow day due to the snow on Saturday into Sunday. So all you pastors out there, you guys ought to have a little bit of spring in your step today, knowing that there's a slim, but there is a chance to see a pastor snow day. Take a look here at chat real quick. I see my mother is on there this morning. Good morning. Brandon, good morning from Flint Hills. Doing the traveling today. Don't worry, Brenda. Those 60s, they're going to be coming back around in December, I promise you. Hi, Melinda. Yeah, we've got power here at the radio station. I had power at the house this morning. Yeah, Mark, we could be awfully close to that 70 degrees in December. And one thing to keep in mind too, that we've got our coming up here in about 10 days or so, we'll be putting out our winter forecast based on the LEZAC recurring cycle, the LRC and Weather 20. We're going to be getting together with Gary LEZAC and going over the winter forecast for West Central Missouri, and we are at the very tail end. I personally think that our first cycle has just ended, and we are into now cycle 2. But I have not got the confirmation from Gary that we are in cycle 2 yet, so we will wait and talk with him, and after that, we're going to be able to take a look at this forecast for the next 11 months and see what our severe storm season is going to look like. I am excited about this winter because of all these storm systems, but I'm not excited about where we are at in those storm systems, if that makes any sense. So in order for us to, we want to be up there in that wraparound snow. We want to be up there in that northeast quadrant of the storm systems. Okay, we want to be right here. We want to be right here in southeast Nebraska is where we want to be for snowfall. Now, for severe storms, if we want severe storms and the possibility of supercell tornadoes, we want to be down here in the southeast corner of a storm system. Okay, and it seems like many of these storm systems that have come across, we've been toward the center to the southeast corner of these storm systems. So there are plenty of storms. I'm excited about that, but it's where our location of where we are at in reference to those storms is what I'm not too excited about. So there's still some contributing factors there that we need to take a look at. But my best guess is that we're going to get maybe a little bit above average snow, but they're only going to come in maybe 4 or 5 storm systems for the whole winter, meaning that we're going to have a stretch of warmer weather and rain, and then we are going to get a pretty powerful Arctic blast that's going to create a winter storm that we could get 4 to 6 inches of snow 3 or 4 times this winter. So overall, it's not going to seem like a very bad winter because we're going to have very spread out winter storms. But those winter storms are going to be rather significant. I hope that kind of makes sense. That's what I'm gathering so far from the pattern of the LRC. But, Gary is he's the expert with the LRC. I've been following it for 20 years now. I kind of come up with my own conclusion, but sometimes they are vastly different than what Gary comes up with the LRC, and he knows this thing forwards and backwards. So we'll wait to see what he has to say about that. A bounce house, Brandon? No, I mean, at least it'll be covered, right? I mean, you can have a bounce house when it's snowing out. I don't think we're going to get a whole lot of snow out of this. Just taking a look at a couple of the models, it's not even showing. I don't think our 1-inch snowfall contest is going to end. This is a European model that I was looking at the end, and it's showing Saturday, through Sunday, a quarter to a half inch of snow, and that's wringing all the moisture out of the atmosphere. So I'm not expecting probably a measurable snow, but maybe some snow showers and some flurries on Saturday. So, not expecting a whole lot of snowfall, but it is something, one thing we have to look at this time of year and for winter weather. This is what just drives a weather nerd nuts when you're trying to forecast snow, because all the indications, all the data, all the weather balloon data that you look at, what the temperatures are at certain elevations, hey, it's not looking like it's going to be favorable for any measurable snow. However, just a fraction of a degree off on any of the calculations, and it could stay in that snow growth area. I'm not trying to confuse anybody, but there's an area above our heads that several thousand feet up, that is the area that is most likely to develop the snow band. And then the snow falls, and depending on what the temperature is, it could melt and then refreeze, and then melt and refreeze. If that column of air cools down just a fraction of a degree, instead of it evaporating and coming down at no precipitation or coming down at rain, it stays all snow. And so here a model is showing, well, we're looking at just some snow showers, maybe a quarter inch of snow. And then all of a sudden it stays snow throughout the entire duration, and we get 2 inches of snow out of this on Saturday. So this is the reason why you cannot predict snowfall or a winter storm a week ahead of time or 4 or 5 days ahead of time like you can severe weather. Now, you can have a good idea what the trending is like, but when you start seeing these forecasts out on social media where they're talking about a big winter storm, 8 to 12 inches of snow for this one area a week ahead of time, man, you got to take that with a grain of salt, because just a shift in the track or a drop of a fraction of a degree at 5,000 feet above our heads, and that entire forecast is wiped out. So the best thing you can do is prepare you guys for that potential and keep it updated every day so that they can better be able to prepare themselves for a winter storm or for the potential to have some slick roads out there on the roadways. So yeah, it's sometimes these winter storms, they are a nightmare. Just 1 hour increments of the data that's coming in. 1 hour it shows snowstorm, next hour shows nothing but rain. Next hour 4 inches of snow, next hour rain. It will just drive you batty. Yeah, you don't want to get modelitis, and that is definitely something you get this time of year, is modelitis, and that is just That's I catch that sometimes, and being a weather nerd, and sometimes I've got to calm myself down before I start throwing out forecasts because I don't want to be one of those that start pushing out all these. I'm already seeing totals out here in this area from some St. Louis meteorologist that's predicting 4 to 8 inches of snow this weekend, and you can't do it. You just can't do it. You wanna as a weather nerd, but you just can't do that. So that's about all I've got this morning, guys. Let's run through these forecasts one more time in case you came in late. And let's start off with the travel forecast. And of course, the SkyTrack weather forecast is brought to you by Benware Tractor and Auto and Gary's Towing. So thanks those sponsors for allowing us to be able to get on here and share some of this information. But Wednesday, tomorrow, it's going to be kind of a gloomy day. 60% chance to see rain and some sprinkles throughout the day. The better chance will be coming in the afternoon into tomorrow night. And then we'll have that secondary cold front coming in. We'll drop down to 27 degrees tomorrow night, but most of the precipitation will be over by the time those temperatures drop down below freezing. So we're not expecting any flurries or snowfall. Thanksgiving, not a bad day. It's going to be chilly, 39 degrees, but it's going to be partly sunny skies. So that sun will feel really good on Thanksgiving. We'll have an overnight low of 19 degrees on Thanksgiving night. And then on Friday, sunshine, still not warming up very much, 39 degrees with a low of 25. And then we'll have the rest of that front move through the area on Saturday, giving us that shot for some snowfall. And speaking of snowfall, here is our excitement meter that have been updated this morning for Saturday. Now, we pretty much ruled out any chance of snow for Thanksgiving Day. So Saturday, the score is 3 with a pass or snow day probability. Our first of this season comes in at 10%. For Sunday morning. It's very, very slim, but there's still a chance for you hardworking pastors out there and you, Alan, to have a possible snow day Sunday morning. Hi, Jake. Clinton. Yeah, those forecasts they're for Clinton, for West Central Missouri as a whole. So if you're traveling from say from Sedalia, KC, Pittsburg, Kansas, down to north of Springfield. Yeah, I am too, Jake. I am too. I'm ready. I'm ready to be tracking a couple of mean winter storms. And it's easy for me to say because I've got to go about 6 city blocks to work. So those that have to commute do not want to hear that at all. But you can rest assured that when we do have that threat for winter precipitation during the week, when there's a lot of travel, I'll be here bright and early. We'll be live. We'll be tracking road conditions, snowfall amounts, the whole 9 yards. So even though I only work 6 blocks away, I'll still be up early with you guys and making sure all the school cancellations are out there for you and making sure you guys are informed before you hit the highways. All right, guys. I'm going to call that a wrap for this morning. Thanks for tuning in. And we will, think probably what we will do, I'm going to be around. The weather center, the station's going to be closed on Thursday and Friday. I'm going to be in here on Friday, getting the weekend forecast lined out for you guys, and I will likely do a live segment Friday night. I know that's going to be the parade here in Clinton, and I know the light going on the plaza. It's going to be a busy night on Friday. Friday looks fine, but some point in time on Friday, I'm going to do a video, and we'll kind of go into detail on what we can expect for Saturday. And then, of course, if I see any big changes here, over the next 24 to 48 hours, I will definitely be updating accordingly. But I will plan on probably doing my next live on Friday. I'll try to do it before the parade, maybe in the afternoon on Friday, so that everybody has a good idea what to expect on Saturday. So, all right, guys, listen, stay weather aware. I'll be keeping you informed on all the latest updates here at the Weather Center. If anybody is traveling, if they have a concern, feel free, reach out to me on Facebook or any of our social media platforms. I'll be more than happy to walk you through it and give you whatever information that I have that could help you out. Take care, guys. Have a great day.